This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Thursday, December 5th. I'm here with Brandon and Erica. I'm Jeff. Stephanie has the night off, but happy Thursday, everybody. Let's jump right in. We all remember this picture, right? When Justin Timberlake was caught red-handed getting cozy with his co-star. His rep said he got carried away and his marriage to Jessica Biel will survive. Well, now he's apologizing for it. He says, quote, "For my family, I feel it is important to address recent rumors that are hurting people I love. A few weeks ago, I displayed a strong lapse in judgment, but let me be clear, nothing happened between me and my co-star. I drank way too much that night and I regret my behavior. I apologize to my amazing wife and my family for putting them through such an embarrassing situation." Now, does this public apology make any difference to you guys?
Cry me a river.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because there was another part of the interview where he said it was a bunch of co-workers and close friends all out, going out. And yes, he was drunk. But at the same time, you really don't do it then in front of co-workers and close friends because someone's going to go back, slip up, and tell. So, I mean, I understand.
Well, that's not the reason you don't do it.
Well, but you're going to creep. You should creep. But here, the good side of this, the good part, the silver lining is we're going to get some real good new music from Justin Timberlake because he's got to get himself.
That's the silver lining. Well, see, I don't believe that we have to buy anything. I think that Jessica Biel needs to be the one that either accepts the apology or not.
Yeah.
I think that's the entire reason why he issued a public apology, because this happened a couple weeks ago. So if it had been a situation where it was more for him, he likely would have done it sooner. But here's the thing. When it really comes down to it, what people have to understand is, especially when you're in close quarters with people, you don't want the relationships to merge into something that has no boundaries. Because the moment that there's alcohol involved, things happen. So that's how coworkers end up getting frisky with one another. And I think that you should just learn from Justin Timberlake. And I say the stove is hot, so you don't have to touch it.
I agree with you. I do like the apology myself, especially for his family. Take Jessica Biel. I know she's a big star, but that's his wife, and he does have a 4-year-old son. Yeah. So I'm glad he apologized. I hope he did learn something, but don't ever touch that stove.
It's going to be
Don't touch it. There's no coming back from that burn, I'm telling you.
It's going to be an awkward holiday party.
That's for sure. All right, guys, we have even more celebrity couple news. A big congrats to Oscar-winning actress Emma Stone. Look at that. She just got engaged to Saturday Night Live writer David McCary. He posted this sweet photo on Instagram. Congrats to the beautiful couple. And is Jennifer Lopez ready to be a mom again at 50 years old? She's telling People magazine she's open to the idea of having a child with Alex Rodriguez. She doesn't know if it's in God's plans, but she's willing to try. She already has twins, if you guys remember, with her ex-husband, Mark Anthony. 50 years old. So listen, the first time I thought about this was like a natural birth. We don't know if she froze her eggs. We don't know how, or maybe they'll have a surrogate. But either way, does it matter?
It doesn't matter. I mean, especially for people who have fertility issues, then if it matters, then it means that it matters how they're producing a child. If they can produce a child any way that they see fit to produce the child, then produce the child. I don't think it matters if she does in vitro, if she has a surrogate, if she has an immaculate conception. I think that it matters.
She is part alien because she's 50 and looks like that.
I think it just matters that she has a healthy child and a healthy family, and that's what you want.
And I think that it's one of those things where, since they both had relationships in the past and now they found this newfound love within one another, I think they want to cement it with the kid, to understand that I'm your stepdad or you're my stepmom, that sort of thing. But I think those two, it'll be great for them to have their own, per se.
I think she's trying to get have just a whole squad of super children.
I think so. And her and Alex Rodriguez would have a super child. He's got a couple kids though already.
Yes.
He's got
two girls. I
believe so.
Yeah. And then she's got the twin, so that would be a super child.
Yes, it would.
Definitely. All right, guys. Keanu Reeves' girlfriend Alexandra Grant is explaining her choice to let her hair go gray on Instagram. She shared a Newsweek headline that linked hair dye to breast cancer. And in the caption, she says, "I went gray in my early 20s and dyed my hair every color until I couldn't tolerate the toxicity of the dyes anymore." She went on to say that beauty standards can also be harmful for women. So I didn't know all that. I didn't know. I thought maybe you could get some natural dye. I don't know how all that works, obviously.
You never thought about dyeing yours?
I did for a little while. I did some washing stuff when I wasn't getting rolls, and I thought maybe it was my hair and I was looking too old. So I did some washing stuff where my hair was darker, but as I showered, it came out, and I let it go gray, and I just gave up, and boom, I got this.
You're looking good, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
But Erica, I definitely want to hear from you when it comes to this, because I mean, we're talking women and beauty standards and how that can be harmful to their bodies.
Well, my hair was just released about a year ago, so I didn't really know what was happening, if there was grays or not. So now I see some grays. I do have color in my hair. I was actually paying more attention to my older brother to see, because he didn't have a lot of grays. So I'm like, am I covering grays? I'm not really sure, but before I got my hair colored, I did notice a few grays, which honestly, I'm good with whatever, because I really do think that, at least for me, I want to do what is the most natural in terms of what's coming out of my hair. I get the color so that my hair looks a little bit more defined, but I think it's best to lean into what is happening naturally, because I don't think I'm good enough in my job to look like everybody else.
I think you rock the gray, and you're definitely good enough at your job.
Gray curls, yeah.
You can. What would you do, Brandon, if you went gray?
I'm gonna just let it ride. Look at my chin. I have one right there.
I don't know if you would let it ride.
Yeah, I would. I mean, look at Rick Fox. Rick Fox, some light-skinned black guys look good with the gray hair.
Obviously.
I would, but at 35, I just got my first one, so I don't think they'll really come as a group until I'm 41, 42.
I think you would have a problem in the beginning with it. I think you'd be like, oh man, my DMs.
Jeff, I freaked out when I saw this one.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
And you know what? Matter of fact, this is not the first one, because Jeray, our makeup artist, plucked it. And I was like, I had a burial ceremony for it and all that. I was like, because I'm getting older and wiser, but then now this one came back in, and now I am kind of starting to freak out a little bit. That's all right.
Getting older and wiser?
Erica, we both going to be great in the old folks' home, and you're going to be Brandon. Don't be talking to Miss Johnson. She need her oxygen right now. We both going to be great. Miss Johnson can't DM you.
I kind of believe it. I believe it. All right, guys. Taylor Swift is ready to be the queen of Christmas. Raquel, what's going on?
That's right, Jeff. Taylor Swift just wrote a Christmas song, and while she's excited about it, her cats, well, not so much.
Meredith, should I put out a Christmas song now? Okay, that's hard to tell. Benjamin, should I put out a Christmas song?
Well, for the record, the cats were apparently okay with it coming out tomorrow, along with a music video. But will it be able to rival Mariah Carey's classic, All I Want for Christmas Is You?
Oof. Thanks, Raquel.
Okay, here's the thing, though. So I actually saw this earlier. I liked it on Instagram from Taylor because, hey, Swifties. So she wrote in the caption, when in doubt, ask the itty bitty pretty kitty committee. I want to be very...
That was very well said.
She says, when they shun you with silence, ambivalence, and judgmental brush-offs, just put the song out anyway. New Christmas song and video, made from home videos out tonight. So apparently, I'm thinking there may be a message in this about some of the shade that she's been receiving.
In the Christmas song?
Well, I mean, that's how doesn't that indicate that there might be a message in the song?
That was a deep message, by the way.
It was very deep, especially for Christmas. It might be don't screw with me at Christmas time. I would be there for that.
That's not very Christmassy.
Anything can be Christmassy, Jeff. You just have to say Christmas.
And got a good point. She got a good point. What are you going to do? All right, let's move on. The Hollywood Reporter gathered up some of the year's biggest names for the annual Actors Roundtable. Robert De Niro, Tom Hanks, Adam Sandler, Jamie Foxx, just to name a few. And Jamie points out how he wasn't always at the top of his game. Let's watch.
When I was on Any Given Sunday, I remember Oliver Stone, when I first auditioned, was like, "You're horrible," when I auditioned. And I was like, what? Because I was a television actor. So everything I did was loud. Yeah, so you better understand this with the football in the air, man. And he was like, get the out of here.
All those actors around there telling like stories like that, I definitely want to watch this. Do you guys have any like stories from previous in your career?
Well, my first big audition, it was for MTV. I was doing mornings in Chicago, so they asked me to audition. And I went in, the second audition, I was speaking in tongues. I was so nervous. So the casting director was like, "You're just a little green compared to our other people that were auditioning." And he's like, "But get some experience, come back, or give me a call, and then, you know, we can see if we can work with you." So 10 years later, I found him on Facebook. He was in LA, and that's how I ended up here.
Really?
On DBL, yeah. I like basically stalked him, and I was like, "You have to help me."
Did he remember you from 10 years
Yeah,
earlier?
of course he remembered me.
Well, then you
I
weren't
mean, we
that
had been
green.
on Facebook, so yeah, he remembered. And plus, he was from Chicago. It was like this whole thing.
Listen, you got to fall down a bunch of times before you get to where you're going.
That's Hollywood.
That's everything.
That's
I think.
life.
Absolutely,
That's life.
absolutely. We'll tell some stories in the break. You got any good ones?
I have like one or two, maybe.
All right, check us out on Facebook and YouTube. DBL is live, and coming up, Stephanie chats with the stars of Project Runway and gets the scoop on the oldest contestant to ever appear on the show. And Leonardo DiCaprio's new squeeze is 23 years younger than he is. What? We're playing a game called Guess the Gap, where we show you other celeb couples with big age differences. That's next.
Driving with
DBL Nation, what's going on as we prepare for another game? It's Thursday. We play games around here. Let's
tell your
rehash
audition
the
story?
audition story.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty. My worst was when I was living in New York during my CFL off seasons. I would go and audition for different things. CFL being Canadian Football League. It was an Adam Sandler movie, and it was just a really small part. I had one line, studied. Was ready for it. I'm in the subway talking to myself, getting ready.
What was the line?
I can't even remember, but that red light came on. I froze. Didn't know anything. I left my underarm, my arms pits were sweating so hard. I just froze, and the lady was like, "You didn't spit it more time." I couldn't say anything. The red light. I was sitting there working on it. She was like, "Are you ready?" I got this. Yeah, I'm ready. Here we go. That red light came on. She was like, "All right, blah, 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 blah." And I was just like,
Oh, no.
I froze, man. I froze. I was nervous.
Dude, I think everyone's got some stories. We don't have enough time, but dude, I have so many stories.
Any bad teleprompter reads? Because I bombed some teleprompter.
Have you been here in last year?
No, I'm talking about, but you got the job. You got the job now.
Dude, from the teleprompter, I had to come in an hour and a half early, and I read through the teleprompter like 10 times, and I still came out here, and I was like, Leo DiCaprio? You guys know who he is.
But we're just talking about the struggles of Hollywood, and I was reading where Will Smith was talking to the star in Aladdin. The star in Aladdin hadn't even gotten an audition since Aladdin came out. Aladdin grossed $1 billion, and that guy still hadn't even gotten an audition. So that's Hollywood, man. You got to keep trucking.
Okay. Welcome back to DBL. Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend Camilla Maroney is defending the couple's 22-year age gap. She told the LA Times there's so many relationships in Hollywood where people have large age gaps. Anyone should be able to date who they want. So we're going to look at some other celebrity couples' age gaps in a new and exciting game called Guess the Gap. That's right. And here's your host, Raquel Villanueva.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Now, the rules of the game are simple. I'll give you two famous couples, and you have to guess which couple's age gap is bigger. Up first, Beyonce and Jay-Z versus B, Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez. All right, let's see your answers.
Whose gap is bigger?
Yes.
Okay.
Whose gap is bigger? Got enough time? Let's see it. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. A. Well, the answer is correct. Ooh. A. Jay-Z is almost 12 years older than Beyonce. And Jennifer Lopez, or J-Lo, is 6 years older than A-Rod. Now up next, Harrison Ford and Callista Flockhart versus Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas. All right, this one's kind of a tough one. Let's see your answers in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, well, the answer is B, Brandon. You got that right. Michael is 25 years older than Catherine, and Harrison is 22 years older than Callista. Well, up next is Amal and George Clooney versus Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi. All right, give you a second to think, and let's see your answers in 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's actually A. Sorry, Brandon. George is 16 years and 8 months older than Amal, and Ellen is only 15 years older than Portia.
Oh, wow.
Tied up.
I thought it
All
was
right,
closer to
everyone
that.
is tied. You guys are keeping score. Good job.
I am.
Now, up next is Donald and Melania Trump versus Emmanuel and Brigitte Macron. Let's see your answers on this political one in 3, 2, 1. Okay, it is actually A. Sorry, Erica. Brigitte is 24 years and 8 months older.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. It's B.
Oh, sorry, it's B. Oh, I'm sorry, Erica. You are right. Oh, look at that. I am sorry there, Erica.
Erica's
She's
winning.
24 years and 8 months older than Emmanuel. Donald is only 23 years and 10 months older
Oh,
than
wow.
That's so
Melania.
Raquel,
Wasn't she his teacher?
Uh,
Like grade school teacher? Yeah.
She might
That's
be,
what it
but
is.
I have some
That's
good
the
news
T.
for you, Erica. You're in the lead now.
Okay.
That's all that matters.
For a little.
That's
right.
what it was. All
All
right.
right.
Now, up next, Felicity Huffman and William H. Macy versus Lori Loughlin and Massimo Giannulli. All right.
Oh,
Let's
man.
see your answers to this one in 3, 2, 1. Well, the answer is William is 12 years and 8 months older than Felicity, and Massimo is only 1 year and 2 months older than Lori. Erica, congratulations. This is your win. This is your time to shine.
Raquel, thank you. You did a fantastic job. Congratulations, Erica.
Thank
you,
you.
Jeff.
Thank you. I would like to thank the Academy and my hair growth. Thank you.
Coming up on DBL, the brand new season of Project Runway premieres tonight, and 3 of the stars are right here on Daily Blast Live. Why this season is breaking new ground. That's coming up next.
Hi, DBL Nation. Welcome to Fast Blast Entertainment Edition, where I give you some headlines you might have missed. Now, Taylor Swift is ready to take over Christmas. In less than 24 hours, she will release a Christmas song and music video. Now, the real question is, are we looking at an instant classic? Something as iconic as All I Want for Christmas Is You? Mariah Carey, I'm looking at you. We'll see if T-Swift has the holiday skills soon enough. And Marvel fans, good news, there's a new special coming out, and it's dedicated to Stan Lee, the iconic creator of many of the universe's most memorable superheroes. There'll be lots of special guests that will go through his life and impact in the comic book world and in movie theaters. It's set to air December 20th on ABC. And can we talk about the new Mulan trailer? It looks nothing like the animated classic. It takes a much more serious tone, but it looks so well done. The reviews for live action remakes, well, they've been kind of mixed, but I think Mulan is ready to change the game. What do you think, DBL Nation? We'll all find out when the movie hits theaters March 27th. That's it for the headlines. See you next time.
Welcome back to DBL. Project Runway is back and serving up some serious style. Season 18 premieres on Bravo tonight, and earlier Stephanie Jones got a first look from the show's host, Carly Kloss, mentor Christian Siriano, and Judge Eileen Welteroth. Check it out in today's DBL Spotlight.
She doesn't look good.
Being here is hard. They're gonna pick these apart. Threads, hems, everything.
That just felt like some sort of exotic diaper.
I don't trust you.
I hated it. I don't want to hear the excuses.
I just have one word.
You owe it to yourself to put your best damn foot forward.
Sabotage.
Sorry, Carly.
Carly, Christian, and Elaine, welcome to DBL. Let's get right into season 18 of Project Runway. So, Carly, you're back as host. I hear this season has the oldest designer to ever compete on the show. Tell me about that.
So we have some young designers in their early 20s to Nancy, who's 64. She's the oldest in Project Runway history.
This was my favorite look of the runway, hands down.
Elaine, you're one of the judges on Project Runway. So I want to know, how do you keep it balanced with being real and not too harsh when you're critiquing?
We understand, we're close to the creative process. We all understand what it is. So I think we have a level of empathy and respect for their struggle.
And obviously, Christian, you're the Project Runway winner from back on season 4, so you know the whole process. So what made you such a fierce competitor, and then how does that help you be a great mentor now?
I think back in the day, I never second-guessed myself. I think that's what happens with the designers. They get in their heads, but I just go for it. And I try to push them to do that every challenge. I'm just like, take a risk, like, go for it. I think I try to give them real fashion advice, like in the business today.
I just did a collection inspired by the idea of futurism. So many designers are doing that. McQueen, Louis Vuitton just showed right here. So feel that inspiration.
We have a red carpet challenge. I'm like, well, I just had red carpet moments, so I know something about it. So I hope that they take that advice and run with it as much as they can.
Well, talking about red carpet successes, your success has been wild. Like talking about the tuxedo gown that you made for Billy Porter at the Oscars. Tell me about that iconic look. I want to know the story behind it. It was amazing.
Billy just wanted to be himself. He just wanted to dress how he wanted to dress, wear a gown on the carpet. We didn't think that wearing a gown on the carpet by a man would be such a big deal, but it was. And I think the designers have to do the same thing. They just have to be themselves and be authentic, and that's why that was successful, and hopefully that will make them successful.
And we all know, Christian, you can be a little bit sassy on the show.
Christian, what do we do? Honey, throw that poncho away.
Get rid of the poncho.
Let me tell you, the designers at Mood, it is such a challenge because they are in the same aisles and it is so annoying. So I just get annoyed, and that's what happens. And then I have to get sassy because they don't listen.
Another day, another twirl.
Thank you so much for joining us on Daily Blast Live, and I can't wait to see the season so soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bravo tonight it is. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
Hey DBL Nation, welcome back to Beauty Blast. I'm Jeray for the Slay, and while we're here, go ahead and pull up those search bars, J-A-R-A-Y for the Slay, okay? Let's be friends and let's talk more about what your beauty needs are. Now for today, we're talking about skin that slays. And in today's Skin That Slays episode, I wanna talk about the nitty gritty, guys. The good stuff that really makes your skin get going. I'm talking about serums. Yes, I said skin serum, okay? Not scarum, serums, all right? Now, a serum is going to be more of a concentrated value of ingredients that are helping to change and make sure that your skin looks its absolute best. Now, with skin serums, you don't wanna actually be overdoing it at the same time and lapping on serum plus oil plus all this extra stuff. So you kind of actually want a basic routine when you're using a serum. But let's go back to what a serum is. Serums are going to be a highly concentrated value of vitamins that are going to be able to be a much smaller molecule so that they're able to get into your skin. Now, when you're using a serum, these are typically helping with affecting change in the skin, such as dryness, radiance in the skin, or maybe even for more acne-prone skin too. A couple of different serums that you can get would be like a hyaluronic-based serum for more hydrating skin. A antioxidant-based serum would be something with retinol. This guy's gonna be for more brightening into the skin. Another one would be a serum with salicylic acid. These guys are going to be for more of your acneic skin type or people with more clogged pores. Now, serums are a wonderful way to actually treat your skin, but don't forget to make sure that you still cleanse your skin beforehand and moisturize afterwards. This will help to make sure that your serum is actually going to get into your skin and really help you out. So until next time, guys, let me know what your favorite serums are, and maybe we can go ahead and mix and match with some serums, okay? We'll see you guys next time for your next Beauty Blast.
It's a misconception that impeachment means removing a high-ranking government official from office. Someone is technically impeached when the U.S. House of Representatives charges them with either treason, bribery, or other crimes. It all starts with an impeachment inquiry to investigate if the official has committed any of the crimes mentioned. The House is currently at this stage with President Trump. When the investigation is complete, and we don't know when that could be, the House Judiciary Committee will need a majority vote to advance the impeachment trial to the entire House. They need a majority vote to charge the president with articles of impeachment. President Nixon resigned before this stage. Both Andrew Johnson and Bill Clinton were impeached. So how is a president actually removed from office? Based on the impeachment charges by the House, the Senate can act like a jury and vote on the removal of that official from office. It's good to know that while the Senate is expected to do this, there is nothing saying they have to. If they do decide to evaluate the impeachment, it takes 67 senators out of 100 to vote the president out of office. No president has ever been convicted by the Senate. If the 47 Democrats in the Senate want to remove President Trump, they would need the vote of at least 20 Republican senators to make that happen. And that's connecting the dots.
Welcome back to DBL. Brandon, you got some fun comments?
You bet your bottom dollar. Jesse Ferris says, I've earned every silver that I had. That said, blue and purple pigment does not typically soak into strands of hair. Now, I have the very striking silver temples to top off the purples and the blues. Don't know what you mean, girl, but you're looking good. Michael D. Williams III. Michael D. Williams says, that's an actor's name. I like Taylor Swift and all, but you can't compare her to Mariah Carey, who's a legend, and Mulan looks fantastic.
Were you thinking of Billy D. Williams?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Colt.
Yeah.
What was the movie, Money Talks? He was like, something's on 45. He said, how about a Colt? 45. That's all. Billy D. Williams, Colt 45.
No, he said, how about a Dom Perignon?
Yeah, that one. Yeah. That one. Erica knows that one. She drinks that fancy stuff. Sir Jiggy with it says, ain't J-Lo like 52? And that's all I got. And you've been nice to me all day today, so don't mess it up. We got about 10 seconds left.
I think you could mess it up in 10 seconds. You're right. Let's just be quiet. Let the time run out. 10 seconds, Brandon.
Your hair looks nice.
Almost. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Happy Thursday. Go Bears!